Well, I just came on to talk about something so special to me. I got hired to illustrate a children's book. My heart is beating so fast right now just talking about it. There's I never thought I'd reach this point where I would be working with people to bring their visions to life through my drawings and through my creativity. And I'm like, my voice, my whole body shaking right now. But I wanted to come on first of all to celebrate this thing because it's just like, wow. I would have, I probably wouldn't believed it if you would have told me 10 years ago. And I I've been working at this project for 3 weeks and just organizing, talking with the client a lot, finding, and pretty much building the storyboard, looking for inspiration, um, aggressively buying every child book in the library like a crazy person. Um, I told my husband that I was buying a lot of books for my son, but really it was for my own pleasure and my own inspiration. Um, and yeah, there's a lot of excitement with doing this project, but there's also this kind of um not I would say fear, not fear, but just the critic in me kind of like trying to make its way up and be like, "Are you sure you know how to do this? Do you know how to?" Say, yes, I know. Ugh." um, for some of you that don't know me that well, I've been doing graphic design as full time thing for the last 8 years, and I've I've been used to dealing with clients and like what they need and want from me as a creative. So from a professional standpoint, I was really able to organize myself really well. Um, I knew exactly how to show up in a meeting and ask the right questions and guide the client to the right direction. Because sometimes when that specific skill is lacking from the creative side, um, I think then you're kind of the blind is leading the blind, which the other blind is the client. So I think if I didn't have the graphic design as an experience under my belt, I think this project might have been more stressful um, than anything. But you can ride a bike while you know if you've never ridden a bike. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. But um, bottom line, I feel grateful that in these 8 years I learned how to deal with clients and how to get them to explain to me what they want. And in that process, I was able to gather um, visuals from Pinterest, actual books, uh, to get them to explain to me what they want. So I can't really show you what I've been building so far because until this whole thing is properly launched as a children's book, it becomes like top secret. But the best part of it in the end, when it's illustrated and done and given to the client, I will be able to share all the sketches, my process, the actual book, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I'm gonna be working. I'll be illustrating this book for the next 6 to 8 months. Um, and it's the most amazing feeling to wake up in the morning, drink my coffee, do some rough sketches to just warm up, and then I go to work and I illustrate. Um, and I'm not a full time artist. I'm definitely a part time artist. that's being paid, which is amazing. I never thought that would happen to me. I used to be very shy and very, I used to have a lot of self-doubt and low self-esteem. Um, and here we are in this present moment where I'm being gifted the chance to illustrate somebody's ideas, and it's beautiful. There's hope. Damn it, there's hope for artists. um, um, but yeah, that's why I wanted to come on Substack. I really love this community that is in here. I think a lot of you just are so supportive and so kind, and um, we cheer each other on, which I don't r- find on any other platform, to be frankly honest. So that's why I'm here, and that's why I'm sharing this. Um, but I guess I can show you guys what I've been doing to kind of prep for this illustration project. Um, so there's a lot of faces and people in this book. So I started just a journal, a sketchbook with portraits, um, practicing gouache and watercolors and faces, and just getting into the habit to like looking at expressions. Um, there's a lot of nature and stuff like that. So it's all the stuff that I really, really love to create. If you guys have questions, feel free to ask me anything. I'm an open book. I've been I bought myself really good quality gouaches. Um, these are I'm pretty sure they're German. I live in Romania, so some of the options that we have here might not be specific to other places like USA. This is the one that I'm using. I have a whole collection. It's really great. And watercolors, Winsor. I think I'll be doing a mix between gouache, watercolors, and colored pencils. And all three of them are my favorite way of painting. I do oils as well, but this is definitely not oil uh, related. So, um, what else? Hmm. Yeah, I every day will just be all this, plus balancing my work as a graphic designer, um, and balancing motherhood. And I wish there was two of me in this whole process, but there's not. So we're gonna have to do the best we can with what we have. Um, I'm definitely more precise with my time. So if anybody would ask me how do I balance it all, uh, something has to give. I don't think there's a perfect balance between motherhood, being an artist, and working a full-time job. Um, when maybe I get those three right, but maybe my social life is lacking, or maybe I skipped gym a couple of days when I should have just went. Um, and another thing that's really important in this process, because I do have the tendency of becoming obsessive, compulsive, and just really like I want to do that and that only, um, is taking care of my mental health while I make this project. And especially as a woman, depending on where I am in my monthly cycle, the closer I am to like my period, the more intense and agitated I tend to become. So I have to figure out ways to like also balance that in my life. And I'm usually not that good at drawing or painting around that time. The only thing I really want to do is just sit, read, play with my kids. So I have to also respect that. 'cause and really take advantage of the periods of my month where I am to the maximum productive. So I run with that instead of trying to be productive every day of the month, which is unrealistic. Um, and also, I'll end this pretty soon, but I think what's also really important in this whole process of really working with somebody on a creative project is really, really good communication. Um, you think you communicated something, and it most likely wasn't communicated correctly. So, um, what I do to avoid poor communication between me and the client, we're in a meeting. I'm taking notes in the meeting with them. I'm making sure I'm listening. I'm also doing a recording of the Zoom to make sure that I can go back and look at the conversation between me and the client. I actively take notes. I make them repeat things. Let me check in. Like, is this what you said? And then when the meeting is done, I send them an email with all the things that we covered and about the book, about the illustrations. And then I think once they respond back, I can tell that everybody's on the same page. So to wrap it up, while I illustrate this children's book, which again, what an amazing thing, what a blessing to have, I want to make sure that I stay healthy. I take care of my mental health because if I'm not, most likely I can't take care of anybody. I can't be creative. I can't create out of a place of child wonder. I'm only creating out of a place of like fear and like agitation, which, as we all know, that never works. And communicating, communicating, and communicating. Um, I'm new to this, illustrating a book for someone. I never did it for myself. Well, actually, I've illustrated or I've illustrated an oracle deck for myself, which is a different, completely different thing, complicated in its own way. But to do it for somebody else, uh, it has its ups and downs, and I'm sure I'll like find them along the way. But if any of you have experience or something comes up and you're like, "Ooh, that might be helpful to her," please feel free to send them my way because I'm excited, because I'm nervous, because I need all of you also. Um, I guess we all need community at the end of the day to like really support us when we're working on things. So yeah. Thank you guys. Thank you all of you that sat here and listened to me talk. And I'll end this soon because I'm gonna start coughing and I don't know why, but I'm sending you all you guys love and I will talk to you guys soon.